Now we are going to learn about external packages. What is external packages? External packages are something which are not part of the standard library. For example, as soon as you install Python in your system, there are some pre-installed modules which are going to be present along with the Python. But if you want to use some other libraries which are not part of pre-installed libraries as a part of Python while installing it, you can use something known as external packages. So how can you use those external packages? You can use those external packages, or you can call those external packages, download them using something known as pip. Pip is a package itself. Pip is a package itself. It is a utility of Python, you can call. What is a utility which helps you to get other packages? You can download all the external packages. For example, there is a NumPy, there is Pandas, there is something known as Matplotlib. This Matplotlib package is very important to plotting all the functions, to visualize whatever we are going to do. For example, if you want to show the data to the client, you need to visualize it, right? Client won't understand the numbers. If you want to show that in a visualization purposes in form of bar charts, pie charts, graphs, so this Matplotlib library or package is going to do that. So to import or to install this Matplotlib library in your local system, you are not going to get this by default. Why? Because that is not part of predefined packages, system packages. What is system package and predefined packages? Those are installed whenever you are installing Python, downloading Python. But now you are not installing Python. I mean, you are not using these packages. You want these packages, but you don't have these packages. Why? Because by default, Python is not going to give us. That is how you are going to use this utility known as pip, and you are going to download or install external packages such as Pandas, such as NumPy, such as Matplotlib, all of those kind of. Now, how can you do that? Simple. You can use an import, and you can call the package which you are going to download. That's it. And if you import in NumPy as MP, so before that, how can you take that using pip download? So there is something known as this pip install here. Let's take this. Let's put this here. Yeah. So what is this pip install? What does it mean? It is installing NumPy. Yeah, let's say we install NumPy as of now. So what it is saying, requirement already satisfied. NumPy is already present here. Let's say we install Pandas and we install requests and we install Matplotlib. We can install like this, or we can install all the packages at a time as well. Let's say if we can install 2 packages at a time as well. So in Colab, you need to use this thing in order to download this. We can understand that later why we are using that exclamatory here for installation purpose. But just remember, wherever you are using, you can use directly here. And yeah. So now all the packages are already installed and already satisfied. Now let's use it with NumPy. So the NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib are not a thought, but just for understanding purpose, just understand that these are some of the packages which are actually used. Like these are some of the external packages which are used for data science. I mean, each and every phase of data science, like in data cleaning, data processing, and data visualization, data modeling, those kind of things. Now, let's say we use one simple thing here. We'll see how this NumPy works. Let's say we are importing NumPy here. You are importing NumPy. So what you did, first of all, you pip install NumPy. You installed NumPy because NumPy is not part of Python package, predefined Python package, pre-installed Python package. So you downloaded it from outside. After downloading it from outside, how you downloaded it? Using pip, using this pip. After you download that, you are going to get this using import. So after downloading, you are calling this using import Pandas. You are importing this Pandas library. Okay. Now after importing this Pandas library, what you are going to do? You are going to define the data. So this is nothing but a dictionary. In a dictionary, we are giving key value pairs. This is the first key value pair. This is the second key value pair. First key value pair is key is name and values are these. Second key value, in the second key value pair, the key is age and this is values. So what we are giving inside the data, we are giving inside the data the name and age of a person. Now, what is a data frame? We can understand about that thing while we go into pandas, while we understand about pandas library. As of now, you simply understand this is how the data gets stored in form of a data structure. That's one of a data structure, how the data gets stored and how you can retrieve the data. So please understand as of now. Yes. Now, once you put some data in a dictionary and you using this pandas library, how you imported this pandas library? Using this simple notation PD. So instead of calling pandas, you can simply call PD, right? So that can be done using as import pandas as PD. Now you are calling PD instead of pandas, PD dot data frame. There is some function inside this pandas known as data frame where you are accessing where you are putting the data, whatever you are giving it and storing it here in the data frame. And now if you print this, what you are going to get? You are going to get the name and the age. The name is Alice and the age is 24. Name is Bob and the age is 27. So that is how a pandas library can be installed and use this pandas library for your purpose of storing the data and accessing the data accordingly using the functionalities of pandas. Now, the second thing, if you want to use these requests, okay, what is a request? Let's say if you have something, if you want to get something from somewhere, and how you can get that using this request library. And what is actually happening here? Let's take this, let's put it down. Yeah. Let's run this. What is it happening? It actually went to this kind of location, whereas it went to this address. After getting to that address, it is asking, I need to get all the data in form of a JSON. Okay, and we are getting all the data from this current location or the current address, and you are getting these things here. Simple, right? So that is how the request library, which is not part of Python, while installing Python, you simply imported it. First of all, you pip installed it and then you imported it, and using this thing, you are accessing some of the locations or some of the URLs which are not here, which are outside, which are part of external things, and from there you are accessing the data. That is how we are using this thing. Now, getting back to the matplotlib, whenever you want to visualize something, you can do this using this matplotlib. So similarly here, matplotlib, there is something known as pyplot function inside this matplotlib package, this module. This module has an function known as PLT, which is capable of representing or giving the data in visualizing format. Let's run this file. First of all, you imported this thing. After importing this thing, you are storing the data in X and Y variables and given them as a list, and you are plotting them in X and Y. So this is X and this is Y. And what are the values of X? From 1 to 4. From 1 to 4. And what are the values of Y? This is the Y axis, right? What are the values of 4? 1, 4, 9, 16. So from 1 to 16, sorry, from 1 to 16 it is there. Now it is plotting the data accordingly. It is mapping this and this, this and this, this and this, and this and this. This is how the value represents after we plots. Those are some of the simple understanding of how we can use the external packages. There is something known as user-defined modules. What are user-defined modules? Whenever we want to use our own modules, let's say we are not using anything from Python. Let's say we don't want to use math library. Let's say if we don't want to use this math library, if you don't want to use this OS module or random module, then what we can do, we can create our own modules for our own use cases. So how we created that, we are going to see here. I have already created something here. So this is a package. Why is it a package? Because there is something known as init.py file inside this folder. There is a folder known as calculator. Inside that calculator, there is a module known as add.py. There is another module known as subtract.py. But this calculator itself is a package. How can we know that it is a package? Because of that init.py file. Now, Ramanjit, tell me, whether this is a package or whether this is a module. This is a package or this is nothing but a normal folder. Tell me, is it?
This is normal folder
How can you tell?
because there is no init file.
Okay. What about this?
Yeah, it is bad.
Okay. What is module in it? How many modules are there in it? In the data analysis package, how many modules are present?
Yeah, 3 modules is there, Usman.
Yes. So first one is data cleaning, second one is data description, data visualization. Now in the data cleaning, let's say we are importing this pandas library. First of all, this is very basic understanding of how a structure is defined while you are writing the code. This is PyCharm. Currently we are using PyCharm. You can write the code in other, you can prefer other IDEs as well. So that is how you can write a proper code. But the Google Colab, whichever we are using currently, so the collab which we are using here, this we can use it for testing purposes, for playground environment kind of thing, where you can try out things, learn things, understand things. If you can run a simple thing such as 2 plus 3, or if you want to print length of uh, yeah, something like this. So in order to understand the simple functionalities of Python keywords and predefined libraries and all, so you can use these things. And if you want to try something like what is import module of the math contains, for example, what does math module contains, whether math module contains let's say, yeah, what does this numpy contains, what are the functions of numpy and all of those things. If you can try, you can try here. But if you want to write a pure code, like which is capable of running it in a production environment where there are a lot of modules, lot of packages, and you want to run one module inside another. So if you want to do that complex kind of operations, complex kind of things, you want to use this IDE environment. Whereas in this IDE environment, what we are going to do, we are going to simply take whatever we are using, all those modules, and then call those modules inside of one another and create a complete project. So that is how we are going to do this here. So we are using PyCharm as of now. You can use VS Code and there are many editors outside. You can go as per your wish. So we are using PyCharm as of now. Now, in this, we have created a directory, a folder, which we can say. Inside the folder, there are 3 files. Now the folder is nothing but a package because of that init.py file. Now these 3 files are known as modules because these contains the Python functions in it, and these are Python files. Now, if we want to use these 3 files or 3 modules, let's say in data cleaning module, what do you have in data cleaning module? This is a user defined function because this is a function we have defined ourselves. Let's say we want to clean some data inside the Excel sheet. And what we want to do, just ignore this drop NA functionality as of now because we haven't went deep into this pandas and we haven't discussed about this pandas concept. But try to understand what we are trying to do. We are trying to understand how these modules work using these packages like pandas and all of those packages. Now in this pandas package, there is a simple functionality known as drop NA, which is capable of dropping the null values. Okay, dropping the missing values, removes rows with missing values. So how can we do that? We can do that using this thing. Now if we want to use this function inside another package, in another module, how are we going to do this? We are going to see now. Now in this data description.py, it is describing what is the mean of the data. There is something known as mean, median, variance, standard deviation, those kind of things. Those are statistical assumptions or statistical representations of how can we see average of something, or how can we see the count of something, those kind of things. So that is how that is what mean means. So this NumPy package already has a functionality known as mean. So this function, okay, what does that dot mean function do? It tries to take an average actually. So we have a package data description.py. In that package, we are importing NumPy module, and NumPy, in that NumPy module, what we are trying to do, we are using this NumPy library to use this main function. Now, And again in visualization, we have matplotlib and we are trying to visualize the data using this matplotlib.pyplot. Now, after by using all of those things, how can we try to check how can we use these things in another module simply? Now there is another module known as data analysis usage.py. So what are we doing in this? We are calling whatever we have used inside this data cleaning.py. So where is this data cleaning.py module present? Inside the package of data analysis. So now what we are doing here, from this package, data analysis package dot data cleaning. What is data cleaning here? This is nothing but a module here. From this package, from this module, we are importing what? Clean data. What is clean data here? Inside the data cleaning.py, there is a function known as clean data. So what we are doing here in data analysis usage, we are telling from data analysis package and from data cleaning module, please import a function known as clean data. Similarly, from data, similarly, if you go to data visualization, there is something known as plot data. Now what we are doing, from data analysis folder and from and data visualization module, we are importing something known as plot data. Similarly, from data analysis folder dot, this is nothing but a package. Remember, first thing is package, second thing is module, third thing is function. And this is package, data analysis package. Go to data description. Data description is module, right? And in this module, what do you have? A function known as main. So you are importing that main function here. So what are we going to do with those functions? We are calling those functions which are present in another package, another module, and we are using it in this module. Look at this clean data. How you are using this clean data? We are using this clean data to clean the data here. What is the data? Data is age and height. We already seen it previously. Let's say we have age and we have height of a person. Let's say 5 different persons' ages and heights we have. And if we want to clean the data. So what is that clean data function contains? Let's go and see. It is removing rows with missing values. Okay. It is removing rows with missing values. Now, if you want to print data, we are going to print the data of whatever we are printing here. So this clean data function cleans if there are any empty values present here. So none is nothing but an empty kind of value, right? So it kind of removes it and it kinds of give it. So that is what clean data function do with respect to the data. Now, what is this average going to do here? It is going to do mean of cleaned data of age. So what we did here, using this clean data function, which we called from data cleaning module, we are cleaning the data. What is cleaning data? That is nothing but we are removing, are there any null values? I mean empty values present in these two things or not? We are removing the empty values here, which is present inside the data. And we are printing the cleaned values. Now that clean data is present inside this variable, right? Now we are using that variable and applying mean. What is this mean? This mean is nothing but a way of looking the average. How in the mean. So that mean we have imported it from data description module from the data analysis package. So this mean we are using and we are trying to understand what is the mean of age here, the average age. Now let's run that. So let's run. What is the name of the file here? Data analysis usage. Data analysis usage.py. If you run this, what we are going to get? We are going to get the cleaned data. How many print statements are there here? This is the first print statement where we are getting the cleaned data. What is the clean data here? 25 age and 5.5 height. This is a 25 age and the corresponding height is 5.5. The age is 30 and 5.8 height. The age is 30 and 5.8 is the height. And understand one thing, we cleaned this thing, right? What does the clean data function do? It removes any null values present or not. So none is nothing but a null value, right? Empty value. So the none and 5.7 will be removed from here. And we are going to the next thing, 35 and 60. 35 and 60. And next thing, 40 and 5.9. 40 and 5.9. So that is how it is going to do. Now, there is another print statement here. This is what the print clean data do. And now what does the print of average age tries to do? Look at the average age here. What is the average age here? 25, 30, 35 and 40. So if you take the average, it turns out somewhere between 32.5. So that is what the mean function is doing here. The mean function which we taken from the data description module has been doing here. So that is how we are using the functions which are defined in a module and using those functions in another module separately outside this package itself. So where is this data analysis usage.py file present? Outside the data analysis package, right? And where does this data visualization, data cleaning, data description modules present? Those are present inside this data analysis module. Sorry, data analysis package. We are using these modules from this package, using it where? Inside the module which is outside of this complete package itself. That is how we are going to use or reuse functions. Rather than writing functions again and again and again, we are simply using those functions which we already defined inside this data analysis package, and then we are going to use it here.